What's goody, everybody? I figured we would start with the losers because I got a lot of negative energy with some of these teams, so I figured I would cook real quick. I ain't wasting no time, so here we go. The biggest loser was by far the Orlando Magic. What the hell was this, Orlando? You took the most overrated prospect in the draft, then you had a chance to redeem yourselves with the 11th pick, and took a guy that shouldn't have even been in the top 25 and was low key not even a first rounder. You get the worst grade of the draft, which is an F minus. I'm extremely disappointed. You need to be held accountable for this BS. The Suns are starting to make Flight React sound like a genius because they are indeed becoming the Phoenix Suns. We all learned that you won't have any draft picks from now until after 2030, and you now have the most overpaid player in possibly NBA history, who also has a no trade clause. So, how do you expect to form a team around your three stars? I do not know either. If you watch my pre-draft videos, you know how I feel about Scoot, and passing on him was not the best idea, but you were in a tough predicament, so at least you got Miller, right? Wrong. I would have traded LaMelo if I'm being honest. Also, I kept reading the bottom line for every pick you had, and it said you need a starting small forward and power forward, and you chose two guards. I'm not mad about these players at all. Amari Bailey and Nick Smith Jr. are great players. They should be decent, but now that they're in Charlotte, I don't think that. But that's besides the point. Nick Smith Jr. is literally going to be James Bouknight, and Bailey isn't going to be able to get any run. So I'm highly questioning your thought process because if you took those two, why wouldn't you take Scoot? Detroit, what in the hell were you doing? What was this? I personally love Asar more than his brother, but holy the last thing you needed was another guard. And I understand that there is off ball upside with him, but if you needed a guy that can play off ball, you should have gotten a better shooter. Taylor Hendricks would have been perfect, and you botched that, and now you have 17 guards and four terrible bigs. I'm really not impressed with what you're doing in Detroit. Wizards, you needed a franchise star, and you passed on who would be the number one overall pick next year if he hadn't reclassified about four times. I'm so generally confused on what you were trying to accomplish on draft night. But you took a swing on Bilal Coulibaly, and can you please tell me why you decided to take him at 7? No, you can't because you were just saying, ooh, let's just do the most outrageous pick we can. I am not a fan of your management at all right now, so you should consider hiring me. Thunder, I'm not mad about the pick at all. I love Kassan Wallace, but you didn't have to acquire Davis Bertans to do that. So you lost in this draft because of that unnecessary trade. You also have way too many young players that deserve minutes, especially at the guard position. So I'm slightly worried about that as well, but y'all can figure it out. Raptors, your identity is a grit and grind team, and you took a guy that is literally Duncan Robinson 2.0, while a better shooter and a better defender was still on the board in Jordan Hawkins. So you will be a loser in this draft. Grady Dick honestly shouldn't have gone in the first round simply because of his suit. Apparently, after you played 2 years in college and only had 6 really good weeks to end off your career, all of a sudden people will have you projected top 10 on their big boards. Yeah, I ain't buying it. Kobe Buffkin is trash, and the Hawks are going to regret this. However, the Hawks ain't even need a pick anyway, so I'm not going to complain too much. The Bucks are losers because Andre Jackson Jr. is like a guard version of Giannis because he can't shoot for nothing. So how exactly do you plan on playing those two together? You won't. So you are a loser. I'm still mad about Boston trading Marcus Smart, so they are losers for me, and that's just because of that. And it happened before the draft, so I can put them in this because it is my losers. Am I a fan of Jalen Hood-Schifino? No. So the Lakers are losers too. Kings are losers because I thought Prosper was exactly the type of guy you could use, and you drafted him, but you traded him. Loser. The Chicago Bulls had to trade to get into the draft, and they just took a nobody. So I don't know what exactly you're going to do. It's time for a rebuild, though. Every team that didn't have a pick got an F because this draft was deep but overrated. Still, I'm a firm believer that you need draft picks and need to build to win from drafting players. So I'll just say if you didn't have one, you're a loser. So the Knicks and the 76ers are the only two losers. And that's going to cap it off. The winners video is going to be coming out probably tomorrow, hopefully, but I don't honestly know. But thank you for watching, and as always, this has been Bold Hoops with Jay Hoopa. Bye.